Mine, Flash, J-Doll, GGPlay, Anytime, Stop, Nada, Much, Slayer's Boxer, C, Bisu, Savior, 16 of the most powerful StarCraft gamers in the world, LG, Intel Centrino, Phone TV, Star Invitational.
Welcome back, guys. The tournament's been awesome so far. C is up 2-0. GGPlay and Bisu are both left behind the back. Light Alive has yet to show his presence, but he is about to play GGPlay now. GGPlay knows that the pressure is on. He's down one game. If he loses this, the odds of him getting out of his group are minimal. Light, it's going to be tough for him as well because all three of his games are coming up now. But he knows that if he wins this, he'll be in good standing. Again, this is GGPlay versus Light on Blue Storm. The map we saw, Bisu versus C. And again, to recap that last game a little bit with GGPlay versus C. Excuse me, GGPlay versus C. Really interesting game. C went for a build that he has not normally done, perhaps because GGPlay had been studying his style. Pro gamers are required to study a lot of the VODs of their opponents before they play them to try to figure out how to adapt and play properly. It looks like GGPlay went for a 3-hatch opening, which I'm a little bit surprised at. However, it looked like C instead went for a fast command center, which really favored his macro game early on and never let GGPlay get that far along. Really gave him a favor in that match because GGPlay wasn't able to show off his excellent late-game skills, although we did see some excellent defiler and scourge usage. There's a picture of Light, ranked 9th right now. Light, obviously an excellent strong player. He has strength in the play-by-play book of the game. His standard builds are very, very strong. He prefers to play, I think, a straight-up game versus an overly complicated one. He has no real particular weakness. And actually, surprisingly, much like GGPlay, if the game gets past mid-game, he rarely ever loses. So here we have two late-game giants about to face each other. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Just to repeat some things about GGPlay, he's not the strongest strategic player, although he's very, very good. Shows best management in the later half of the game among other Zerg players, and has excellent defiler and scourge usage. He is also a victim of the Star League winner Jinx, which means... Oh, hold on, I'll tell you later.
Knock him down. Knock him down. Shut him down. Shut him down. Knock him down. Knock him down. Shut him down. Come on. Shut him down.
I never know when these games are going to start until it actually already happens. It looks like, as I was saying before, GGPlay, there he is at the bottom left, and that makes our friend Light at the top right. Now, one thing to note, though, he is a victim, GGPlay is, of the Star League winner Jinx, which means he did very, very well in the Star League and won it, and then started to slump out. And this seems to happen with tons and tons of StarCraft players. And I don't know, it's just an interesting phenomenon in StarCraft. Light was adjusting his glasses a little bit, because obviously he wants to have the best eyesight possible while playing. He wants his glasses to be comfortable on his face so that when the game actually picks up and he doesn't have the opportunity to touch his face again, they'll be in a good position. Going over the player's stats, since I didn't have time to do that before the game started, GGPlay versus Terran, a 52.8% win ratio with a record of 38 and 34, although I guess it would now be a record of 38 and 35 since he just lost to C. And his record on the map Blue Storm is actually 6-1. Although he has not been known for going Guardians on this map like many other Zerg players have been. So maybe we'll see that on this because he's going to try to mix it with style again. Who knows? Light, his overall statistics, his Terran versus Zerg, a 27-14 win ratio. That puts him at a 65.9% win percentage. So he is clearly very strong. This is going to be tough for GGPlay. Both Terrans he played have had very, very strong Terran vs. Zerg records and win percentiles. The map is, again, Blue Storm, and Light's record on that map is 4-3. Just giving you guys some stats before the game really picks up. GGPlay going hatchery first. An economical build, but at times slightly at risk to bunker rushes. Supply depot, barracks, supply depot. An economical and safe build, which will most likely transition into a fast command center for the Terran. Now, Terran has scouted the early hatchery, and he will spawn accordingly. Oh, hey, shout out to all the StarCraft players at Stanford. My cousin actually went there. You guys stayed up all night without studying for your midterms. Well, good for you guys. I am probably one of the few people who would be proud of you for doing that. And shout out to, and I hope I'm reading this correctly, Gurk Daboy, please. Also, I just wanted to say that this commentary is great. Oh, well, thank you. And yeah, I am actually working on getting this at other tournaments as well, as you have asked. And the final thing I'm going to read off on the forum before I go on is, I love C's play, man. Real impressive job of cutting off expos before GGPlay could establish a good economy. I agree, absolutely. Even though GGPlay expanded to the most difficult location for Terran to reach, he managed to get there and take it out before the Nidus Canal could get up. And that was, I think, the game-winning move for him. Lair now, 2 hatcheries and a lair. Could be an early Mutalisk build, although I won't dismiss the option of lurkers. Scouting SCV at half health. He has to keep it alive, though. He needs to see if his opponent's going to be getting the early lurkers or early Mutalisks. It's even more crucial when the Zerg 2 hatches because you get the scanner out and end up scanning a little bit later than you would have hoped. Terran wants to keep this SCV alive, and oh, what? You're going to mine minerals now? Give me a break, man. Must have been a misclick. Academy going up. He will need to get an early scan out because he clumsily lost his SCV. GGPlay seems to be a player who rarely transfers lots of drones to his expansion. Presumably because he's doing a 2-hatch build, he needs to get his early other tech buildings out a little bit faster. He loses the minerals by a few seconds if he waits. Zerg Spire. Mutalisk harassment. There is a probability, I'd say a rather high one, that we could see Guardians in this case. But again, GGPlay hasn't been using Guardians that much on this map. But GGPlay is nonetheless very strong on this map. Now, he does not want to let the Terran get in and spot his base. That's why he's upgraded Zergling speed, which will make it an almost impossible procedure for the Terran to sneak an SCV in there. Note the excellent positioning of buildings here, with 2 Marines even blocking off in between the Academy and the depot so that no scouting links can get through. But maybe I'm wrong, because it looks like he's going to send some links in there now. Early engineering bay and another expo for the Zerg. Saving up larva probably at this moment. They usually do it when the Spire's about halfway complete to get a few extra mutas in there. Excuse me, so that they can get 3 Mutalisks when it completes. Upgrading Stim now. An engineering bay almost done. He'll be upgrading attack at that moment. And right as it finishes, the upgrade starts. Just shows you how good the timing of players at this caliber are. The 3rd larva will pop out of that layer in no time, and he will then have 6 Mutalisks. And is he going to expand again? I would assume so, because there's a drone sitting there. Gonna have to be a genius to figure that one out, but I'm just surprised that he would be expanding again, and he is, if you look on the minimap. Essentially going to be using these Mutalisks to do a heavy amount of harassment while he can build up enough drones to then have a very strong late-game advantage against the Terran player Flash. But if Flash can manage to push out of his base, GGPlay will be hopeless against it. However, if he can use the Mutalisks to keep the Terran trapped inside of his base, GGPlay could develop a very powerful economy, especially if he only pumps drones from the new expansion hatcheries and only pumps Mutalisks from the 2 hatcheries at his natural expo and his main. Putting the turret or tower, turrets up there first. Now, he will be doing some main harassment. GGPlay aware that most Terrans put the turrets up there first at the expo. More and more Mutalisks gathering together. He may even get a Mutalisk attack or armor upgrade, since he will be very dependent on maintaining a heavy Mutalisk presence in the game. Now sneaking a Zergling in, will attack that Fire Bat and then go for a few extra towers, making it very powerful, making the Mutalisks very, very, very strong in this position. But he seems to be mismicroing his Mutalisks just a little bit. Picking off again more SCVs. A situation like this can keep Flash in his base for a few extra minutes. Another SCV picked off. He may be able to pick off these 2 towers in the back. Oh no, excuse me, it's 3 towers, which means he may not actually engage it right away. Not until the few more Mutalisks group together. He does not look like he has a... Okay, here he comes again, picking off more SCVs. I believe Terran has range by now, although I could be incorrect. I thought I saw that light up. If he has Marine range, which I would assume he does have, that'll make it very easy for the Terran to hold this off compared to if he did not have range. Note that Terran scans so he could see over that ledge. Terran now attempting to move out, but GGPlay seems aware of that, forcing his opponent back in here, picking off an incredible amount of Marines. Light will have to pull back. Now he's going to go in for the 2 turrets. He can pick off these turrets with ease. If you have 11 Mutalisks, you can pick off turrets in only 2 swooping attacks because it brings it down to 2 health and then it burns away. Now, Light will be stuck in his base for even longer. A Hydralisk then for Lurkers. We have not seen if the Zerg is getting a hive yet. He may just go for a strong macro mid-game army. Terran's attempting to move out now, but a very sloppy move by him. It looks like he has enough Mutalisks to easily pick off that. What is this factory doing? It looks like he's going to use the factory to possibly float over the turrets so that the Mutalisks cannot target fire them, but nothing is going right for Light in this moment. Now, once again, moving in and picking off more SCVs, taking out this turret, which will burn down because it was dropped at 2 health. He now has 2 control groups of Mutalisks. He's never really showing both of them at the same time, so the Terran doesn't actually think that the Mutalisk numbers are growing. And yes, those are cockaroos, observer. The Terran probably is unaware that Zerg has expanded this rapidly. And will now have a sizable amount of Lurkers coming up. And the Queen's Nest coming up, that means a Hive Tech, which could mean Guardians. Obviously Defilers and Ultralisks if he can get that 4th gas expo up. Everything is going according to plan for GGPlay. You notice how much the Mutalisks are clumped together. Probably has a larva in that control group. Trying to pick off a few of these SCVs on these mineral patches. He may be using that factory to cover up corner mineral patches so that the Zerg cannot pick off the SCVs there. Lurkers are in the game now. Terran will soon be contained, and Terran's economy has suffered drastically. He only has 3 barracks. WTF, this is not good for Terran at all. He can now position a few Lurkers here and then continue to pick off these turrets. This entire game has been centered around Terran attempting to hold off the continuing and ongoing harassment. But now Light has moved in some Lurkers. Light is stuck in his base. GGPlay is proving that despite his crappy game last time, he could still put up an incredible fight. Now picking off SCVs while the Lurker takes out the turret. This is a very bad position for Light. He should have gotten those vessels out a little bit faster, gotten some irradiate. That could have nullified the Mutalisk harassment. Since Mutalisks are clumped together via an Overlord selection in the group or a Larva selection in the group, that makes them very, very weak against irradiate. Oh! The amount of SCVs, Marines, and turrets that GGPlay has lost to a small number of Mutalisks is incredible. Looks like Light is finally moving out. But will this army be enough for the ungodly amount of units that GGPlay has mustered up? Coming up behind to take out that lurker. But it may be bad for him because he's going to have to pull back even further now. Irradiating those Mutalisks, but it does not matter. He even floats it over the rest of those Marines to deal a little bit more damage. Wow. GGPlay is just dominating this game. He has never been behind once. Everything has gone according to plan. Medics. Poor medics. Now, the Hive Tech is finished, and Ultralisks are soon coming up. Mainly because Zerg got that 4th gas natural. Not gas natural, gas expo, excuse me. Terran has 1 tank versus a lot of lurkers, and he will rush in here and attempt to deal some damage to that. Nicely microed by Light, but does it really matter? I don't think so. He's using just a few lurkers to soften up some tanks, maybe take out that academy. If he can get the academy, it'll just be another building lost for the player Light. It looks like he's going to. No, he's not. He's going to lose it. Now again, all GGPlay is doing is using a few lurkers to hold him back while he musters up a lot of units, as we can just see here. GGPlay expanding at the south as well. You will soon have the entire map. Terran attempting to push out. It's going to be up to whether or not Terran can micro versus what should be a number of units that could easily kill him. Or Terran might attempt to expand. All these Hydralisks will soon be lurkers. A few irradiates to pick off what probably could have been picked up actually fairly easily with Medic Marines since they were so weak. Zerg sends a scouting Zergling out, just taking a peek to see if Terran's expoing. Terran realizes his position has been spotted. No Greater Spire, so Guardians will not be used. GGPlay proving that you don't have to go Guardians to win on this map. Irradiating that lurker. Attempting to move out now, but GGPlay is playing with the utmost caution because he knows that all he has to do is take out this small army. He may even lure him farther into the center, but instead he counterattacks with Zerglings inside of his opponent's base. Very nice move. This will pull Terran all the way back, allowing GGPlay to get up those 2 expos to a very healthy state. Taking out SCVs, rushing into the back. GGPlay now rebuilding an even bigger army, and it will be impossible for him to recover. This is so bad for Light. Yeah. And now he has enough Ultralisks to finish his opponent off. Nice move by GGPlay. A GGPlay, if you will. Very impressive game by GGPlay. Proving that he is a dominant force on that map. He will now be 7-1 in his official record on that map. He still has a chance in this tournament. Now the pressure's on Light. Stay tuned. This is the GOG TV StarCraft Invitational.